Perfect.
OK，Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到园林区直播间，我是本次活动的主持人武荣，欢迎大家继续跟随我们探索 Web 3.0。Web 3先行者系列活动主要是面向不同的公链，邀约行业资深大咖进行分享和交流。大家知道，在我们之前的活动中，不仅有知名的公链，还有依托于不同链的明星生态项目。希望我们可以共同携手，一起共享 Web 3生态繁荣。Hello everyone, I'm Dolores.This is our fourth open day of Web3 community, well, a non-profit community, and now we are having a series of Web3 projects featured on our community. There are not only public chains projects here, but also ecological developers and building relying on different chains. So we welcome everyone to speak out through our platform and promote the development of Web3 together.Thank you for joining us at the fourth open day, where we are going to talk about everything Web3 and the future of the internet. And I'm so happy to have you here today. So we are also a best place to launch or discover the brand new products you have never discovered it before. 本期的 Web 3先行者活动呢，也是我们219期园林开放日。我们特别邀请到 Crust Network 的全球市场负责人 Ludwig 和 KK，Crust 的开发者负责人做客园林区直播间，有2位嘉宾为我们分享主题 Crust 将如何构建 Web 3。Hey everyone, in the 219th events of the fourth open day, Lud, the global marketing lead, and the KK development lead at the Crust Network are invited as guest speakers here to share the topics about what can Crust contribute on Web3. 好的，那首先为大家介绍一下 Crust Network。Crust Network 是波卡生态上基于 Substrate 开发的区块链，为 Web 3生态构建了一套去中心化的存储网络。它致力于打造去中心化的云生态，保护人们的这个数据的隐私和所有权。那在整个的2021年呢，Crust Network 也是取得了非常巨大的成就的，比如说成功的推出了 Crust 主网上线，还有加入波卡道的一个联盟，推出了 Crust Grants， 并在主网上线后迅速实现了超过2000 PB 的一个存储的容量，同时也建立了与 Polkadot 和 Nft 等等多个合作伙伴的这样一个合作关系啊。那完成了和 BRC 还有 Moonbeam 还有 Solidity 的一个集成。So the Crust provide a decentralized storage network of the Web3 ecosystem. It supports multiple storage layer protocol such as IPFS and exposes storage interfaces to the application layer. And the platform is designed in order to build a decentralized cloud ecosystem that values basic factors, including data privacy and ownership. As a decentralized cloud system, Crust serves as a distributed network that is public and open to everyone to participate freely. So in 2021, there are huge developments and achievements throughout the Crust network. As of the February 14th to 2022, the storage capacity has reached more than 2,000 PB. Moreover, the Crust has integrated with BSA, Moonbeam, and Solana and others in order to allow the decentralized storage of the data as well as smart contracts. And of course, the partnership with Polkadot and Nft and other public chains will introduce a new opportunity, not only just for Crust Network, but also for the entire Polkadot ecosystem as well. So, 好的，那话不多说，我们就有请我们的第一位嘉宾 Lud 开始精彩的分享。So let's move on to the sharing from Lud. Lud, are you okay? Love to hear your introduction and say hello to our Chinese audience.
Yeah, hello everybody. Thank you for the introduction, Dolores. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, as you already mentioned, I'm Lud. I'm responsible for community, but also marketing management. And I have a small presentation with me today, which I would like to share with you.
Okay. I will stop my sharing, so you can share in your presentation right now.
Perfect. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. It's great. It's perfect.
Awesome.
You can start.
Yeah, then welcome again. And the title for this presentation, I called it, What Can Crust Contribute to Web3? And let me first introduce Crust Network to you. I heard you already said a few words, but I just want to sum it up again. So basically, Crust Network provides a decentralized storage network for the Web3 ecosystem, but also can be utilized by, let's say, traditional Web2 providers, cloud providers, and so on. It's built on Polkadot substate framework, but it's running on its own chain. Our mainnet was launched in September 2021. And our goal is to offer an incentive and service layer on top of the actual IPFS network. Some might wonder, okay, if we have IPFS for decentralized storage, why do we need Crust Network on top of that? Well, the answer is pretty simple, as already written down there. We actually need some incentives for node operators who guarantee that they will hold on and store the data in a secure and safe manner to keep it always accessible for the user. Currently, the IPFS network is not incentivized. It's all basically on free will by the node operators, but that obviously doesn't give you any guarantees about how many replicas will be available in the network, for how long this data will be stored on the nodes, and so on. So that's why we built basically a decentralized storage market on top of our technology that provides a really cool user interface for any user to store their data on Crust Network. Here you can see a few metrics of our current network situation. So as you already mentioned, we already acquired a storage capacity of above 2,000 petabyte, provided by more than 8,330 individual nodes. And currently we have an average replica number of 48 replicas per file, which is pretty high. And we already have over 150,000 successful storage orders executed via our decentralized storage network. And overall, we have above 70,000 Crust accounts that regularly take part in our network and interact with our chain. You also mentioned that we are connected to many other public chains. Some of them are Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Near, Solana, Hiko, Flow, Moonriver, and since recently Elrond, where we formed a very strong partnership to provide a decentralized storage network for the entire ecosystem that really built around the Elrond chain. Another thing maybe regarding Elrond, we just got launched on their decentralized exchange, Maya Exchange, as very first ecosystem token, and that already represents the strong connection between Elrond and Crust Network. So what do we provide with our protocol stack? So first of all, obviously decentralization is a very big point, not just regarding the files that are stored, but also the infrastructure we are providing. I already mentioned more than 8,000 nodes. That speaks for a very high decentralization. Security is very important. We, for example, use TEE, which is a trusted executed environment, for the highest security possible. Availability of the files obviously is very important. By having a file stored on multiple nodes throughout our entire network, we basically can prevent single point of failure events and errors to keep your data always accessible. Privacy, very important as well, especially in Web3. So we made sure that everybody can, for example, interact in private with our storage market right out of their own wallet. There's no need for registrations with email, no need for any traditional payment system. So you can do it all in private, and your files obviously will be all encrypted or can be all encrypted, and not even the node operators themselves can access this data because you're the only one holding the keys to your data. On top of that, it's a very cost-effective method to store your data because we basically cut out the middleman. So storage users directly can interact with the node operators to keep the storage as cheap as possible. And yeah, we later will see some specific calculation how expensive or cheap it actually is to use. And another very important factor for us as project is that it's very easy to use for everybody, that everybody can straight interact with our layer 1 solution and doesn't need to go via layer 2 solutions or via other centralized services to actually bridge the data from one network to the other one. And it obviously helps that we are fully native to the IPFS protocol. This is a small overview of our ecosystem and how it actually works. So we basically have two sides. On the left side, we see the side of the miners, which we call storage providers. And on the right side, we see the potential use cases, so the user side. On the resource side, the miners are providing their storage capacity to our network and get incentives for that. For one, securing the network, obviously via our GPOS mechanism, but also by receiving fees for actual storage orders they are picking up and for the data they are storing of users. Crust Network itself offers the technological platform for that and offers a meaningful proof of work mechanism, guaranteed proof of stake mechanism, and a decentralized storage market. Later on, I can explain a little bit more what those protocols actually mean. And on the right side, you see all the possible use cases. And this is not all of them. There are way more that you can imagine, but some of the most important ones you can find on the right side, like storage of NFT metadata, secured cloud storage, DApp hosting, etc. Also, as you can see in this slide, it's not just for Web3, but also for traditional Web2 use cases where we can offer some added value. Okay, so we actually have our meaningful proof of work mechanism, which is at the bottom on the left side, which gets executed locally. And it uses the TE mechanism to inspect, to sign, and to keep your data anti-tamper proof. The meaningful proof of work basically checks the node's storage status, how much free storage does he have, which files are stored there. This all will be summed up in a work report that will be sent to chain, where it also will be validated with the other nodes. On top of that, we have our guaranteed proof of stake consensus. That's our version of the traditional proof of stake, with a small difference that our maximum stake capacity is basically backed up by the amount of storage the user is providing. So the more storage you're providing as a node operator, the more CRU tokens you can stake on your node. And this will be all held on-chain. And on top of that is our decentralized storage market, basically our let's say application layer, where storage users can put up storage orders, and nodes will pick up the storage order to keep them stored and safe. The decentralized storage market also acts or includes smart contracts, and the smart contract actually entails all the information for how long the data will be stored and so on. Here's a small overview again of our GPOS. As you can see, the staking limit is limited by the maximum amount of storage I'm providing, and everything above that will be considered as non-effective. This has some advantages compared to the normal proof of stake mechanism. For example, that this on the one side incentivizes the node operators to provide more storage to be able to stake more CRU, which is beneficial for the network itself. But on the other side, by this mechanism, we can ensure a very fair competition and also foster decentralization. Yeah, I would say let's jump into some of the use cases we can actually handle with our technology. And one of them is actually DApp or website hosting. So we see very often that we have decentralized applications that are fully decentralized in the back end, but it's actually still running on a centralized infrastructure for the front end hosting, for example. We want to change that, and we offer the possibility for DApps to be run on our Crust network in a fully decentralized way. And we also already have some very famous clients for this use case. Some of them are Uniswap, Avi, Suki, and Polkadot apps. All of them host their front end via Crust network. And here on the right side, you can see a recent post from the co-founder of Avi, which was tweeted the 30th of January this year. And yeah, their actual centralized version went down. And he said, let me quote him, one of the AV protocols, AV protocol front end wasn't accessible for me for a few minutes, switched to IPFS, and life made sense again. The power of decentralization is insane. That's a very cool testimonial from the co-founder of Ivy, which are using our pinning services to deploy their front end actually fully decentralized and, yeah, obviously risk-free of any single point of failure events. So even if AWS, Google, etc. goes down, you still can access your data via our network, where your files are stored on over 50 nodes, and it's very unlikely that all 50 nodes at the same time go down. And if one of those nodes should fall out, then our protocols will make sure that there will be other copies held on other new nodes. And this is a very simple process. It's basically a three-step process where you pin your site locally through the IPFS client, but you also can use the Crust gateway, where you place a storage order through our on-chain decentralized storage market, and then you already can access your file via your browser and via your CID file. It's very simple and highly effective. Another big use case for us is traditional classical cloud storage applications, as we know of Dropbox, for example, or Google Drive. We basically built the same just for the Web3 environment, fully decentralized. And as you can see on the right side, you can operate with it straight out of your wallet with MetaMask, but also your Crust web wallet. And this provides you a lot of cool options to store your files totally private, totally decentralized, and very safe. I would like to switch quickly to my browser. I want to jump into our application. So you can see here I'm logged in with my wallet, my Crust web wallet, and I can use different functionalities like public storage, encrypted storage, and also sharing your files totally secure. You can see here as well, you get some information about this files you stored, You, for example, can also see that for this file we have 84 replicas. For this file we even have 127 replicas distributed over our network. And yeah, you can basically use it like you would choose your Dropbox or Google Drive. On top of that, we have some cool user reward campaigns going on at the moment. So we have a referral program where we actually can earn some CRU for referring our application to other users. We have a lucky newbie activity. We have grand draw activities. And as you can see, I already collected 27 CRU during the campaign without really promoting it via my referral. And yeah, if you're keen, feel free to sign up. You have to be a premium member to take part in our user reward campaign. And here you also find a small overview. What's the difference between premium user? What's the difference for trial users? And to become a premium user, you can deposit 3 CRUs, sorry, which will be locked in the app itself. And you fully can redeem this after 180 days if you don't like our services. And if not, you as long as you have your CRU deposited, you can store your files without any limit and for free of charge at the moment. Switch back to the PowerPoint presentation. Another very popular use case and becomes more and more popular is actually our Nft solutions. So what we do is we can provide metadata storage for NFTs, which are truly decentralized and secured off-chain by our network. We can provide total marketplace solutions. It helps that we are connected to many different chains we're integrated with. And yeah, we also provide some very cool Nft toolkits to provide the user experience for collectors, for artists, and so on. Some of them is in our IPFS scan, where we can look up where our metadata is saved, for how long the metadata is storage is guaranteed, and even which nodes are holding your data. And we also have some very popular partners when it comes to our Nft solutions. For example, RMRK with its Singular marketplace is the, let's say, number one Nft marketplace for the Polkadot ecosystem. We have strong relations with them, and when you visit their marketplace, you actually can find the button Inspect with Crust Network, where you can look up your Nft metadata storage status. Nft Scan, KK, Metaverse, very important, but also we just recently, and when I say recently, I mean today or yesterday, released our Crust Nft Toolkit. And this is very exciting because it's a one-stop NFT platform for artists, creators, and collectors, where you basically can perform the entire value chain for generating, deploying, but also distributing your NFT collections to your audience. So what you can do as artist or creator is signing up for our beta launch at the moment. We're going to have a closed beta launch where we're going to test our application, and by the end of April or latest by the beginning of May, we will see the official launch of this application. And it's really cool because as you can see, there's no coding required. It's totally decentralized, and you can deploy your smart contracts for your NFT collection to multiple chains. And we even have the possibility to create 10K collections via our own mechanism. Just with a few clicks, you can distribute your NFT collections via a minting page, which will be provided with our tool. And you also will be able to directly list it on different popular NFT marketplaces, which we will be integrated with. So overall, it's a one-stop solution for all artists or creators. And I also would like to share my screen, go back to my web browser. I want to show you our homepage for this application. And here you actually can sign up for our closed beta launch. So if you're an artist, if you're a collector out there, feel free to sign up. We will simplify this process for you, and you will be able to manage your entire NFT collections in a one-step solution. So it makes the world a little bit easier for you. And yeah, here again, no code deployment needed, easy, fast, and secure, with the possibility to deploy to multiple chains and to list at multiple marketplaces. And also very cool news is that NFT Go, one of the most popular market data aggregator for NFTs, is actually joining us and partnering with us for these solutions. And you will soon hear more on that particular partnership. PowerPoint again. Maybe it's also interesting for you to know how much does our storage actually cost if I want to use it. So on Subscan, our blockchain explorer, we provided a storage calculator where you can put in your file size, what's your budget, and you can see for how long you can store your files. In this screenshot, you can see I chose a file size of 10 terabytes in this case. And I add a budget of 1 CRU. And according to our current market mechanism or price mechanism, for 10 terabyte file with 1 CRU budget, you can store it for almost 5 years. So it's very cheap, especially compared to existing other Web2 storage providers like Amazon or Google Drive. So it's worth considering Crust Network as storage platform for your archives, for all the data that's lying around, and you might have on expensive AWS instances or whatever. So very cost effective. What's also important to know is how to join our mining processes or how to become a storage provider on Crust Network. It's actually very easy, and for the storage provider, because we have low hardware requirements, unlike Filecoin, we don't need any GPUs or high extensive CPU power to take part in our network. We also have a totally permissionless and open network. Everybody can join as equal node right from the start. And you get basically 2 sources of income. One of them are our blockchain rewards from our staking mechanism. But on the other hand, you also receive fees for the actual storage orders from the users. And yeah, last but not least, it's very easy to set up. When I started out with Crust Network, Crust was my very first mining project, and it was quite easy for me to do so. So even without any experiences, as long as you have some free storage and as long as you have a TEE capable CPU, you will be able to join our network. And yeah, I think even iPhone can even iPhones have a TEE capable processor. So technically it would be possible to even join our network with your iPhone. For developers and builders who are looking for use cases or integrations with decentralized storage solutions, we also offer some grants. So we offer financial support of up to $30,000 tether. but what's maybe more important for the actual developer or builder that's building on it is the network they can use, and also our channels and our technical support, which we will be providing them with. So
to add more information here, actually, after we launched the Crust grants, we accept so many amazing projects, including the Switch Swap. Actually, it's the formal type of Crust NFT, and also we got the decentralized YouTube platform Sock Bay, and also the Crust files is also coming from our developer community. So if you pretty interested with developing on Crust, you can apply for our grants.
Yeah, well said. That's true. We have quite a few interesting projects we are already funding through this program, and we are always happy to increase this portfolio and to help more projects to actually utilize decentralized storage via Crust Network.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was the presentation from my side. Maybe KK, if you want to, you can share your screen to go into some of our applications and actually show the viewers how to place a storage order via our network. And
of course. Yeah,
stop sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Kiki. Okay, that's great. Let me make some explanation for our Chinese audience. Is that okay?
Yeah, great, Doris.
Okay, wait a second. Okay, thanks Lord for the amazing presentation today. This is really awesome. And wait a second. Let me share our screen. Okay. This is really awesome. So I do think a lot of what you have shared around the Crust network ecosystem, as well as around this information, that really help us to know about the Crust. 那好的，非常感谢路德的精彩分享。路德在分享中呢，也为我们回顾了过去。
Hey, Dolores. Am I lost everybody, or Dolores?
No, I think we both are still there.
Okay.
But Dolores.
Okay. 月游，我这边正常吗？
目前正常，画面不是看不到你，你可以继续讲。
Okay， 我不知道我这个Yeah, maybe something wrong with my screen. Oh,
It
okay.
just goes in very strange. Yeah.
好的 ，OK。比如说包括推出了 Crust Grant 来鼓励开发者，以支持开发人员在技术堆栈的子领域进行开发，并获得除资金外的技术和生态的支持。还有 Crust 与多个生态项目与公链达成了合作，比如说与 Moonbeam 以及 Polkadot 联合举办的一些关于 Nft 项目的一些合作。那路的也为我们介绍了 Crust 的一些基础设施，包括存储证明，还有共识奖励一些协议，还有存储的订单等等，将 Web2 中的数据上传到 Crust 云存储的应用程序中。同时 Crust 也实现了Uniswarm 还有Sushi 以及波卡应用的一些数据的托管，然后以提供对这些应用的去中心化的访问，并且 Crust 也推出了一个非常低门槛的，然后简单便捷的 Web3 的云存储工具，叫做 Crust Files。那用户也可以通过 Web3 身份验证的过程，并通过许多不同的钱包和链进行一个登录，然后对这些数据进行一个存储，以及提供一些 Nft 的数据包，还有存储原数据的等等 Nft 的服务呢， 所以我们就再次感谢Lud为我们从整体的角度展示了一个 Crust 的成就和之后我们可以关注的一些机会，期待 Crust 的下一步发展。So absolutely, really appreciate that perspective, and actually it's a really point for us to know a little bit more about Crust Network overall. If we were looking at opportunities in this space of the course. So absolutely, in fact, on the point of the technical, it's very much related to the infrastructure and the protocol stacks as well. I know maybe KK will be talking a little bit more about so before we move on this point, anything maybe KK might want to add. So next, let's welcome KK to share us more about the Crust Network. 那好的，那接下来就让 KK 为我们做一些关于 Crust 如何赋能 Web3 的一些补充吧。KK 你这边可以分享了。
Okay, thank you, Dolores. And I may share my screen.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so guys, can you see my screen right now?
Yes, it's
Yes.
perfect. We can see that.
Okay, great. So I think Lud has already told everybody about the most of the jobs since Crust launched our mainnet half a year ago, and especially I want to emphasize the network standards. So once you visit our blockchain explorer, of course it's subscan, and you can see the subscan provides all of the storage users like a standalone page called Crust Storage, and you can monitor all the storage nodes in the lifetime, and all the files has already pinged or stored on the Crust network, and the average replicas and the total storages are all showing here. And I want to emphasize that's amazing job, because we know our storage nodes is over 8,300 nodes all over the world. So once you place a storage order on Crust Network, there is hundreds of IPFS nodes will store your file and store your data. That's a big step for the Web3s, and that's also the goal of the decentralized storage. So that's the one thing I want to show to you guys, because I'm excited to see the network has growth into a very, very healthy, and yeah. So what if you know more about that, like the smart contract platform chains like Solana or like Polkadot or Near, their nodes are like about 1,000 or 2,000 nodes. They are, but we already have 8,000 storage nodes. So that's actually an amazing job. That's the first thing. And actually, Lud told everybody about the applications deployed on Crust right now, but I want to show you in another angle, because after we launched our mainnet, we optimize our developer SDKs. So our storage process now is super simple. Like if you want to store or you want to integrate your project with Crust Network, you only need to do two things. So the step 3 is not is optional. So the step 1 is to upload your file into the IPFS, and the step 2 is place a storage order to Crust chain. But each step you have more than one choice. So for the step 1, you can either build your own IPFS node, or just use our Web3 auth gateway. That allows you to store the IPFS file without running IPFS node, just using an HTTP upload. So that makes you very, very easy to integrate your applications with just an upload, like the Crust files does. If I just log into the Crust file, and you can see Oh, please wait a second. Yeah, you can see, you can very easy to upload your file here and also upload any like folders and host your websites here. That's because we provide the IPFS Web3 Author Gateway that allows you to store your file into the IPFS without running any IPFS node. And the second step, you have more than one choice, is you don't need to have a Crust account. You then, and actually you can place a storage order without to interactive with Crust blockchain. So that's the IPFS pinning service. That's also the first step of our cross-chain storage solution. So if you learn a little bit more about Crust, since we launched our mainnet, we based on the Polkadot ecosystem, but we still reach out several like several smart contract platforms. So the first one is, of course, we have our own parachain cross XCMP based substrate storage palette called X Storage. And now we, because we are already on the Kusama's parachain, so we are currently co-testing this X Storage palette with Akala and Moonbeam. Yeah, so definitely we hope our XCMP palette, so the Polkadot parachain cross-chain storage solution can work on Kusama first. So based beyond that, we also have another cross-chain storage solution. And so the first step is we're using the IPFS pinning service to provide the storage services for like the Ethereum, Solana, Near, Polygon, Flow, and yeah, and other and Around, of course. And so the next step is we will release the storage smart contract. First, we'll on the Ethereum, then we will release on the Around to like make the storage more native to those smart contract platforms. So that's our cross-chain storage solution, and that's the second point to makes me super exciting about what we have done after we launched our mainnet. So also Lud has shown you plenty of like applications currently already built top on Crust. The first one is Crust Files. We may show you guys multiple times. And the second one is Lud has already mentioned is the Crust NFT. Yeah, so that's another amazing product. And another product I want to add is the Polkadot files, because it's contributed by Crust Network. And with this module, you can see this is Polkadot apps. And with this like a files module, everybody and every parachains, including the Polkadot parachains and the Kusama parachains, yeah, it's just listed here, many of them. And they can just use this module to upload the NFT asset file or host their DApp hosting like Uniswap or Avi does. So that's another amazing product we integrated with Polkadot ecosystem, and I want to add. So, and the last product I want to show you guys is the IPFS scan. That's the third step I just list here because it's an optional step, but it will makes you can monitor your storage status with visually. So with this tool, you can like monitor where is your file stored and which gateway you can retrieve your file. And if your file or your like your NFT data or your DApp website is hosted and pinned on Crust Network, it will show you more information here, like how many nodes stored in how many nodes stored your file in the Crust network, and how long your file will be guaranteed stored on the Crust network. And if you go into the second screen and second page, you can see the more detailed storage information, like who stored the file for you. It's all just listed here. So that's another amazing tool developed by our community, and this is also contributed to the IPFS community. So currently, the Remark, the biggest NFT marketplace in the Kusama network, and also the NFT Scan and the NFT Go already using this tool to show the how distributed and how decentralized the NFT store for their users. So yeah, so I think that's all I want to add based on the Lud slides. Thank you.
Thank you, KK.
Okay, thanks, KK, for the amazing presentation. KK introduced us in details about the technical parts of the Crust network. So, okay. During the year, Crust Network worked with several projects and made several advances in technical achievement. Like KK told us, the IPFS scan and the IPFS ping, something like that. So, according to the current storage data on Crust, 2.49 PB of the file storage has been stored on the Crust mainnet. So in 2021, they proved technical readiness of the network, and they also worked closely to integrate with K ecosystem and the project from a lot of chains and the DApp. And in 2022, we are looking forward to more about the developer expansion and the marketing and the community expansion and the partnership expansion of the Crust network. 所以呢，Kiki 刚才为我们也是从技术的角度介绍了。
Lost you again.
Yeah. Well, I think she will come back.
Yeah.
OK 那么接下来呢，我们也是期待在2022年Crust 在开发者的拓展方面，还有社区的拓展以及合作关系等等拓展的方面呢，能够取得更大的成就。当然，我们今天也是准备了几个问题啊，邀请我们的嘉宾为我们作答。Okay, I'm going to move on to our panel and more about our wonderful Crust network. So, Lud and KK, we do have more questions for you today. Welcome to join us for the Q&A. The question one is, looking back at the past year of 2021, Crust has reached cooperation with a number of projects, including major well-known public chains and the platform. In which fields Crust will cooperate with them? And this question really is for both of you guys. So it will be really fun to get into that. So maybe we will start with Lud. Lud, would you please answer this question firstly?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We use the time to cooperate and partner with a lot of major projects and public chains. Recently was the Around ecosystem, where we are one of the very first partners and hope to build a very strong partnership. But also other chains like Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, all EVM compatible chains, etc. are very valuable partners for us because, and the other way around as well, we are a very valuable partner for them because we offer decentralized storage and cloud solutions for so many different use cases that can be utilized for, gamify, DApp hosting, NFT solutions, so on. And as KK already mentioned earlier, we are integrated with them at the moment, but we are also still working on the native smart contracts of those public chains to make it an even more seamless and easy to use experience for builders and developers of those different public chains to integrate with our solutions. We see a lot of projects emerging, obviously, in the crypto space. But what all of them have in common is that they will need some kind of storage in some form. Some for more data, some for a little bit less data. But in the end, everybody will have a demand for storage. And we want to be the one who is providing the fully decentralized version of it to keep it in line with the principles of distributed ledger technology, the principles of decentralization. And that would be my answer.
Okay, that sounds great. So before we move on, KK, do you have any additional ideas from the technical points of the view? We'd love to hear your thoughts as well.
Yeah, because our one of our important goal of from the technical side is we will release a storage smart contract on different smart contract platforms, including the Ethereum and the Aeron. Like the Lu just mentioned, we have a very strong partnership with Aeron Network, and actually so many like our followers and so many of our fans keep asking us why you like bridge your asset to different smart contract platforms. Like you already have your own blockchain, you have your own CRU token, and you have the CRU, the ERC20 type of CRU, and now you bridge your token into the Aeron. So what's the reason? So because we actually want to provide like the native storage experience to different smart contract platforms. So we need to like bridge our token into that platform. We want to provide we want to providing our storage. So then their native users, like the Ethereum users or the Aeron users, can pay our token to our network to like to pay their storage orders using our tokens. That's the purpose. So yeah. So I think back to the beginning, the most important goal of the technical side is we will release the storage smart contract to like providing different to providing the Web3 decentralized storage services for different platforms. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay, wait a second. 所以刚才就是Lud 和 KK 为我们解释了，在2021年呢，就是Crust Network 在不同的领域，比如说 NFT 领域，还有一些KK 提到的这边的技术的领域，我们的那个smart contract 方面呢，都与像以太坊以及波卡还有 Solana 等等链都展开了这些很广泛的一个合作哈。那么我们就到第二个问题。Okay, so let's move on. The second question is Crust wins the 90th Kasama slot, and the Crust Shadow network joined the Kasama network in 2 weeks. What effect does it have on the Crust? KK, would you please answer this for us?
Yeah, of course, Dolores. Thank you. And after we like won the 90th Kusama slot as a parachain, and I need to mention that because we are the only storage parachains to the Kusama network. So basically we, like I have already mentioned, we have our own cross-chain storage module called X Storage. That's designed for the whole Kusama and Polkadot ecosystem to provide a very native XAMP based storage services. So now we have already onboard our parachain and has already under testing with the Akala network and the Moon River network. On the Kusama network. So after we tested with these two parachains, we will officially release our X storage to the whole Kusama parachains to open to them, let them so the whole parachains, all of the parachains actually can use our X storage to store the data natively, in very, very native way in the whole Kusama ecosystem. And that's actually for the Kusama network. But for the Crust network, because we are actually Kusama and Polkadot ecosystem based blockchain. So if we provide the X storage, the parachains can just using our storage services. That's definitely I mean, that's already being something to us, right? And also Crust and also become the Kusama network. Our native parachain token can like bridge using the ACID bridge to the Akala and Moonbeam, and maybe get on some DeFi or something that will like empower our parachain token holders, can let them, I mean, earn money, something like that, right? So that's actually the two basic influence and big effect become the parachain. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that's really awesome. 那刚才 KK 也为我们解释了，就是在赢得这个波卡的平行链差槽拍卖，对于 Crust Network 和整个 Kusama 网络其实都是一个意义重大的啊。那我们可以so we can move on to the next question. The question 3. In the exciting NFT, GameFi, and SocialFi ecosystem, Crust has provided storage service for many projects. What is Crust?
I think she cut off again.
Yeah.
Let's give it a second.
Okay.
Oh, now you're back. Great. Yeah, sure. I would like to answer this question. So for our future development, obviously we are looking to extend our ecosystem in all possible ways. So we're looking for more community projects that are arising from our grants program, but also from the community without necessarily taking part in the grants program. We are also looking into forcing and creating stronger partnership with existing public chains. With our new NFT solution we are developing, we are also hoping to make a big mark in the NFT landscape, because we are the very first project providing such a kind of solution, which also will lead us to partner with marketplaces, with other NFT services, artists, collectors, and so on. But in the long run, obviously, we are also working on some other major developments, like, for example, a smart data platform, which will enable users to assign specific behavior to their data sets, etc. We are also working towards decentralized computing, because next to decentralized storage, there's also a need for decentralized computing services, which is in the long run, and also the utilization of edge technologies. So, yeah, maybe KK, you can add something if you want to. I missed out on some crucial parts.
Yeah, I think it's good enough. Yeah.
OK， 那就是在接下来的这个我们 Crust 在 Web3 中，除了承担一些我们的数据存储之外的一些服务之外呢，也会在 NFT 像我们刚才提到的 NFT 的一些平台上，也会继续为 Web3 然后赋能，做出更大的一些为大家提供更好的服务。好的。That's really awesome. We do hope you project will have more cooperation in the future in different fields. 好的呢，再次感谢 Lud 和 KK 今天的到来和精彩的分享，让我们期待在2022年 Crust Network 在更多的领域的进一步发展和合作。Okay, let's stay tuned and catch up with the development of the Crust Network. Thanks again, Lud and KK, for today's amazing sharing and about what you have done. And take care. See you next time.
See you next time,
Yeah.
Dolores.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dolores, and thank you to the IPFS Force community for hosting this event. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, really appreciate. OK, 那非常感谢两位嘉宾的精彩分享。原力区Web3 先行者系列活动呢，后续也会继续为大家带来有趣的话题和生态资深大咖的一些分享。那欢迎关注我们原力区的公众号，加入我们的 Telegram、Discord 和社群内，与我们的互动交流。精彩活动第一时间知道。谢谢大家，那我们就下期节目再见啦，下周二再见。Thanks everyone. We do hope you have a great day here with us. See you next.